Hey there everyone, it's a bit of a change, yes. Yeah, this couch is now in my bedroom because my husband wanted a new gaming couch and his parents gave us their old one, which he was absolutely in love with. And you know what? I get this in my bedroom now, so at least it's separated from the rest of the house and I don't have people trying to make stains all over it, which really bothers me considering this couch is turning 100 in a couple of years. But I digress. So today's video is going to be a favorites video, and I haven't filmed one of these for over 6 months. Oh my goodness, I can't even remember the last one I filmed. So I'm going to be filming one today. And I like favorites videos. I love watching them, I love making them, because I think it gives an insight into products that the person, you know, uses very, very regularly, not just, you know, a couple of times for some tutorials. I try to include a broad range of different things within my favorites video just to appeal to all of you guys and give you guys an insight into my current favorites, as the title suggests. So starting off with eyes, I have two things. The first is an old faithful. This is the Sourcebox Etude palette, and they recently, well, a year and a half ago, released this as a vegan palette. So this is the vegan one, and I had the old one as well, but I hit pan on that, and I was so glad that they came out with vegan formulas that are pretty much identical, if not a little bit more buttery than the original formulas. I love this eyeshadow palette. It's what I'm wearing today. I am wearing most of my favorites today, just for dramatic emphasis of the video, I guess. And this is kind of my go-to nudes palette. It has cool tones, it has neutrals, it has warms. Even though it only has 8 shades, this is the 8 shades that anyone who does a nude eye, any skin tone, any undertones, this is kind of the only palette you'd ever need. I used this when I was working professionally as a makeup artist. This was my go-to palette. The second thing for eyes that I've been loving is a new product, but I'm wearing it today. These are from Black Moon. They released these a few days ago. I got the PR parcel and got a whole heap of Black Moon lashes, and I friggin' love them. The reason why I love these lashes so much is because the lash band is incredibly flexible. I have an issue with, I do have small eyes, and lash bands tend to dig in, particularly on the inner corner, and can sometimes, I've actually had one lash band, they were a much fuller lash, cut the inner corner of my eye, which is definitely not a fun experience. But yes, I highly suggest these. They have a huge range, especially for their first kind of run of lashes. They run from extremely dramatic styles such as this one, this is Leo, to the more natural styles like this one. This one's my personal favorite. This is Aquarius. The ones I'm wearing today are Karina. They are the Karina ones, which have a tapering, and I like the kind of tapered cat eye effect, which is why I'm wearing them today. So yeah, I highly suggest that, you know, just pick up a pair or two, try it out for yourself. Lips. I have two from Black Moon Cosmetics, including what I'm wearing today, which is the shade Grave. This is a reddish brown. It's definitely more on the brown side, as you can see, with a slight, it's like a cool red undertone. It's very interesting. I don't have any other lipsticks like this. I adore this color because it's dark, yet it's natural and earthy. It's beautiful. And the second shade from Black Moon Cosmetics, I bet most of you know exactly what I'm going to talk about. It is this, the shade Sleepwalker. Black Moon Cosmetics, my favorite formula of lipstick, came out with a black, and this is my holy grail. I'm almost finished with this tube, unfortunately, but I do have 4 others, which is fantastic. And you guys are probably going to start hurling bricks at me with how much I'm going to talk about this over the coming, well, until it gets discontinued or I die, whichever comes first. So yeah, please don't hurl bricks at me, but I really adore this. My favorite black lipstick, best formula. It's so creamy on the lips. It doesn't move. The best thing about this is that a lot of liquid lipsticks tend to dry out my lips. So I have to balance liquid lipsticks and cream lipsticks, you know, the traditional tube lipsticks, you know, to give my lips a bit of a break. But with Black Moon, I never have to do that. So yeah, I love this. I can wear this day after day. Absolutely adore this. Thank you, Black Moon, for finally making a black lipstick. It has definitely satiated my appetite for the holy grail black lipstick. It's really busy outside. It's currently day. I can't film at night at the moment just because I've got work and other stuff going on, so I'm sorry if you can hear cars and stuff in the background. Anyway, the third lipstick I have is the LA Splash from the new Wickedly Divine collection, all vegan, and this is in the shade Vampire's Fang. It's kind of a red that I've been going to a lot lately. It's not too red and like, you know, look at me kind of thing, which is always a good one to have. However, it's a bit more muted, it's a bit more subtle, I don't know, I really like this. And this new packaging for LA Splash lipsticks is absolutely stunning. Next up in the other category is this product, which is my daily removal of makeup. This is by the brand Cocoa Butter Formula, and this is the facial cleansing oil. And I know what you're probably thinking is, you know, why would I want to put heavy oils on my face? It's not that heavy. It's really, really nice for balancing and moisturizing the face as you're removing makeup. And it gets rid of waterproof makeup without like scrubbing the crap out of your face until you're red raw. You just hold the pad, like the cotton pad, on your lips or eyes or whatever, wherever you've got the more waterproof makeup. You just hold it there for a little bit and then swipe gently and it's gone. This stuff is a friggin' miracle. I love it, and a little goes such a long way. I've been using this for months, almost on the daily, and I've barely made a dent in the bottle. Plus, this is only $10 in Australia, and yeah, $10 is ridiculously cheap. It's a little bit cheaper than even drugstore brands like, well, Revlon and Maybelline and their removers. So, and you get like triple the product. Next up, I'm moving on to accessories, and I really, really have been looking forward to talking about this necklace. This comes from a designer collection called Dust to Dust, which was designed and curated by and sold by a fellow YouTuber here, actually one of the first alternative YouTubers I ever saw on YouTube. She is known on here as Mortimer or Susie. She is such a sweetheart, and I've been watching her for many, many years. She also has a gaming channel, which is pretty darn cool as well. The reason why I'm talking about this is because, well, one, this necklace is absolutely stunning, but also because I think a lot of you guys will enjoy what this whole collection's about. Every piece of jewelry within the Dust to Dust collection that Mortimer created, they are made of semi-precious metals. They're very heavy, but every piece in this collection is designed around symbolism from the Victorian and Edwardian eras, particularly the graveyard symbolism. So on her website it shows, well, it tells you what each thing means, and I really liked this one. I love them all. I hope to collect them all eventually, but yes, this one was absolutely fabulous. It was calling my name because there was one particular grave at Toowong Cemetery that I go to all the time, which has the two crossed torches. I can't exactly remember what it is off the top of my head. I've got a whole book on graveyard symbolism, so I'll have to consult that. But yes, I know a lot of you guys will appreciate the usage of such an old symbolic kind of thing within modern gorgeous dainty jewelry. She doesn't know I'm doing this, so I'm genuinely in love with this collection, and I know that a lot of you guys will appreciate it too, so I'll put the link down below, all the links down below. None of them are affiliate links. I always specify where affiliate links are used, and it's very, very rare. So I have two favorites for clothing. The first is this jacket. I will insert a photo of me wearing it. I got this from the Gothic Shop UK, and just I always get questions about this jacket. It's by the brand Devil Fashion, but as far as I'm aware, the Gothic Shop UK is the only place you can buy it. If you're within Australia, it is actually very cost effective to order from the Gothic Shop UK because they do have quite a decent, cheap shipping service. Actually, I've found with a lot of UK sites, they are decently priced and good, reliable shipping services. So yeah, it's such a beautiful coat. Obviously faux fur trim, but it also has a filigree trim underneath if you wish to detach this. But I love how warm this is and how dramatic it is. And it is a tailcoat shape, and you guys know I love a good tailcoat. And the second clothing item, which is another coat, is an item that you guys have been asking me a lot about, and I've been wearing it a lot as well. It is this coat. This was in my most recent punk rave haul. This is actually a men's coat, but it is friggin' amazing. I love it. It reminds me, yes, of Papa Emeritus from Ghost, but I love how I feel like a cult leader, a very well-dressed cult leader when I wear this. Actually, there's a kind of inside joke running on my personal Facebook page of me being a cult leader because I wear this a lot. Next up is my favorite shoes, and I think you guys know which ones I'm going to say. It is these bad boys, which are my custom Vampiry New Rock boots. I love these. They're nice and spick and span at the moment because I did clean them 2 days ago. They're all nice and polished up again. I know a lot of people will think it's pointless and futile to polish up motorbike boots considering the amount of bugs that can get on them and just dirt in general, scuffs, but I don't know, I take care of all my clothing and shoes, you know, even something as trashed around as my regular everyday sneakers, I clean them, I take care of them, I don't know. But yes, I'm very happy with these. I adore them. A lot of you guys were a bit confused because I think you were expecting something a bit more demure from me. But while I do have a more prudish nature, I guess, I don't know, and very subdued, I do enjoy things like motorbiking and all of that stuff. I'm a bit of a curveball in some ways, and I wanted to create something that was unisex, but also something that I know that some of you guys who ride motorbikes would enjoy as well. And yeah, I adore these shoes. Next up is my favorite song and band. Actually, I'm going to introduce a new category. I'm going to introduce books. They don't get talked about enough on YouTube, well, particularly on fashion channels. It's cool to read, guys. You wouldn't believe the amount of people who I meet in my daily life who haven't touched a book in a decade. And the sad thing is that some of these are people who are still in school. So I want to encourage reading, especially as I am writing my own book. Probably won't be done for a long while, so don't hold your breath. So I'm going to recommend my favorite George Orwell book, in which I'm going to be seeing the stage show for quite soon, and that is 1984. 1984 I've probably read around 8 or 9 times. It is such a literary genius piece. I know some people don't like George Orwell, but even people who don't like him have to admit that he kind of predicted the current situation, the current political climate, and the way politics are moving towards a totalitarianism perspective and lawmaking kind of way. Especially in Australia, it's now illegal to protest, it's illegal to gather in groups that could be menacing now. The laws were passed because they were sick of people protesting the super mine that's going to go in and destroy the reef, called the ADANI mine. I will actually link a website all about that down below, because if this mine goes ahead and expands, they're going to dredge and destroy the last remaining healthy part of the Great Barrier Reef. And as someone who grew up in far north Queensland and used to go out onto the reef a lot, it makes me cry to know that what I used to see as a kid no longer exists. So yeah, I'm really passionate about this subject. People aren't talking about this enough, despite the fact that, you know, the Great Barrier Reef is going to lose its World Heritage status. It is a massive reef with the most unique wildlife, and it's nearly dead. And they're going to kill it in favor of a coal mine that will only last like 5 years. I swear I should make like a rant video of just me going off at things I am annoyed at in the world, but I don't want to spew negativity everywhere. So moving on to my favorite song of the recent times, I'm gonna have to name a couple. Thank you to whoever introduced me, well, those of you who suggested Avatar to me, because I am so in love with Avatar. Anyway, the songs I've been listening to a lot are Helveien by Vardruna. That's probably my favorite Vardruna song. I've also been listening to, obviously, a lot of Avatar, and so far my favorite song by Avatar is Bloody Angel. I like Bloody Angel, plus there's, I can't remember it off the new album because I've been listening to the CD in the car. I don't get a view of the track listings, so I don't know the names, but I think it's track 6. But yeah, track 6 of the Feathers and Flesh album. I think it's track 6. It's either 6 or 8. Also, another song that I've been listening to a lot is Love You to Death by London After Midnight. So my favorite band or artist as of late has been, well, probably Avatar. I've been listening to a lot of Avatar. I've also been listening to bits and pieces of Akakoka again. They have such a strange name to their band, and I spent years not knowing how to pronounce it and feeling embarrassed because I didn't know how to pronounce it. Just like how I felt embarrassed that I have spent my whole life in a lie calling Ronnie James Dio. You can hurl those bricks at me now. Moving on, my favorite movie or TV show. Simply because we were talking about it for so long. My friends Brody, Tash and I we were talking for ages about Mighty Boosh, and yeah, just rewatched Mighty Boosh and fell back in love with it again for like the 10 millionth time. I love Mighty Boosh. It's silly, but I like dark humor. I like silly stuff, which people don't usually expect that of me. And yeah, let me know if you're a fan of Mighty Boosh too, and if so, what is your favorite episode or character? Because I have a few. Obviously, Old Greg is one of my favorites. Oh gosh, I love Old Greg. Also, favorite occurrence event of recent. I'm going to give a shout out to everyone who was at the Brisbane Goth Victorian picnic a month ago, because you guys brought me out of my shell in a way that I kind of never expected. Not to sound cheesy or anything, but they were so open and loving to me. I was terrified for years, so I never attended this event, and then just one day I pushed myself, and yeah, I had an absolute blast. My daughter made some friends. I met some of you guys, and I made more friends. Oh my gosh, I had an absolute ball. And yeah, I'm really, really grateful for the fact that some of you guys pushed me to actually get out of my house and go to an event. Yeah, it's been a really good few months, besides, you know, a few up and downs, which if you follow me on Instagram, you probably see that on my stories, because I'm very open and honest about how I'm feeling and things that are going on, you know, stuff like that. Yeah, I feel like I've been rambling forever and a day, so I'm going to end this video here. I hope you enjoyed this favorites video, and let me know if you actually want me to keep making these more regularly. I will try and whip my butt into gear and get that done if that's something you guys want. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because I'd love to be here for every single video. Like this video if you liked the favorites, comment down below if there's something you'd like to see on this channel. And also let me know who your favorite Mighty Boosh character or Mighty Boosh episode is, and if there's any products you've been loving that you want me to know about. And hope you all have a fantabulous day.